Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today obviously we are back to my top 5 series, and today it is affordable foundations. So first up is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte. Now I have mine in the shade 30 Honey because this is like my summer holiday type shade. The only issue I have with this foundation is that the shade range is awful. I went to go and buy it when I got back from holiday, and this was the darkest shade available, and it was too light for me in my tanned post-holiday skin, which is ridiculous because what the hell are the rest of the planet supposed to do? But it is a really good foundation, so if you are sort of in the mid-range of skin tones, and hopefully you can find a shade for you. It is a full coverage, fully matte foundation, has a lovely finish. You don't need much. You get 35 mils. It's got really travel friendly packaging, which is why it's kind of my go-to to take on holiday with me. Really long lasting, waterproof. If you have normal to oily skin, I think you will love this. If you like a matte finish, it is very matte. I think if you have dry skin, probably give this one a miss. Probably. Next up, the L'Oreal True Match foundation. Now I have mine in the shade 5W. Again, this is my summer shade. In the winter, I'm like a 4W. Again, this is a really, really good drugstore foundation. It is very luminous. Actually, if you swatch it on your hand, I've noticed there's actually glitter in there, which is weird, but it doesn't really show when you put it on your face. For L'Oreal and for drugstore, this has a really good shade range, so hopefully most people will be able to find their shade. It's kind of like a medium to full. Lots of people say that this is a dupe for like the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, which I don't find it to be that good, but it is a good, really nice luminous foundation. I don't find it wears as well as I would like it to. It's kind of an 8-hour and done, checking out kind of foundation, but if you want it for like every day or for like shorter days, then, and you can set it down, use a setting spray, use some powder, then really nice luminous foundation. Next up, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I have mine in the shade 220, and that just about works for me now. It's maybe a hair too dark, but I can still make it work. This has a pretty decent shade range. It's again got that nice like travel friendly packaging. It's definitely not matte. I'd say it's maybe a satin because it definitely has some luminosity to it. It's not a flat matte, so if you're after that, don't be fooled by the title. However, I would agree with the poreless claim. It does really smooth your skin. It does look very beautiful on the skin. There's no white cast or flashback from this foundation. It does really wear for a long time on me. It says it's for normal to oily skin, so again, if you're drier, they don't recommend it, but because it's nowhere near as matte as this one, it might be worth a try if you've had like a hydrating primer or mixed a bit, you know, in with this. I think you could probably pull this off if you're dry. I definitely think it's worth a try, and the price point on this, very, very good. Next up, number 7, this is the Stay Perfect foundation. This was, until very recently, my favorite drugstore foundation. It's beautiful on the skin. It's very natural looking. It has a really good shade range, although it is on the pricier side for drugstore. It claims to have 24 hours of wear, which I would doubt. Has SPF 15 in it. It's like, again, medium to full, pretty like life proof. It's supposed to be weatherproof, transfer proof, all that kind of stuff, so it doesn't move around on the skin. Has a gorgeous, again, maybe like satin luminous finish, but not dewy. Lasts really well, really beautiful. It's a pump. And last, but definitely not least, because it is now my all-time favorite drugstore foundation by some way, and this is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Anti-Aging Radiant Foundation. Immediately, my first point to say is, do not think because you don't have mature skin, or you're not, you know, at least in your 30s, that this is not for you. There's no reason why you can't use this. The reason it's anti-aging, or the reason they call it anti-aging, which I wish they didn't, because I think it will put younger people off, but I think the reason they call it that is just because it is very smoothing and it has sort of plumping qualities to it, and it has that really beautiful radiant finish, which again is all very flattering on mature or early signs of aging skin like my own. However, there's no, like I said, there's no reason you can't use it. I think all of that is good qualities. All of that will help smooth texture, smooth pores, and all that kind of thing. It is beautiful on the skin. It wears amazingly. I have a review up on this foundation if you want to see it on. I will link it down below. I have mine in the shade Golden Vanilla, which is the shade 230, and that is a good match for me now in my winter skin. Like, I'm an NC 25 to 30, that is a pretty decent shade for me currently. And that is my top 5. So any of those foundations that I have reviewed on my channel, I will link the full review down in the description bar for you. I hope you found this helpful in some way. If you did, please like and subscribe before you go so I can see you again. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.